I wound up on the streets when my wife was killed in a domestic violence crime in Savannah, Georgia, in 1998, Halloween of 1998. And they took my license from me because as a nuclear engineer, you have to be licensed to go in the reactor. So I bought a house, and I had a house built in 2004 and moved in it in 2005 in Pascagoula, Mississippi. And Katrina took my house, my motorcycle, and my car away from me. And I haven't settled my insurance claim yet because of my lawyer, which I will not mention his name. Anyway, I've been out here ever since.
I'm Charlie Tittle. I've been out here for 7 years. I got injured, got run over by a car, and I can't get unemployment, and I've been homeless. And it's been a struggle out here, and people come by, they try to help you, but, I don't want to hand out, I want to hand up. I'd like to get off the streets in any way possible. I've been to all the social services, and it just seems like there's nothing there that can help me.
I hear the wind begin to cry as she sees them touch the ground. Oh, ladylike and flower fair.
My name's Ezra Snow, and I live on the road, on the street since '95. Like everybody else, alcohol and drugs ruin your life. Simple as that. And I just got out of prison, just got off parole, January, and so I hit the road again. I'd rather be on the road with. This is pretty much your family all folds up on you, no matter how much they love you. So, your true family is other people on the street. Simple as that. You just got to be careful who you run with, and you get to know people and pick people out pretty well, over the years. It's just a good idea. You'll learn it. If you don't learn it, you're dead. Simple as that, But what I do I get a check every month, but it don't last. So I play music, guitar, harmonica, and all that stuff. Pick up, beer and cigarette money, pretty much, and food, biscuits and stuff. And they got, of course, places where you can go eat, and missions and all that. And it's just a lifestyle that. I don't survive on the street. I thrive on the street. That's what I say. Because I actually do a little better because I got a little bit of talent, usually. Until they run you off, and then you go on to the next gas station, or the next bar outside or restaurant or whatever, pick up enough for your beer and cigarettes. And I'm living the American dream. My dream, but it's, I'm living the good life, I think. I'd rather do that than stay in a mission or something, But everything's temporary, life's temporary. And this is just a temporary thing until I get someplace to stay, and then I'll be back on the street.
All the roads that you have traveled down have offered nothing that compares.
My name's Ike. I was born and raised in Detroit. I've been off and on homeless since I was about 13 years old when my mom started kicking me out of the house. And I was married for 10 years, and that's why I'm homeless now, because when I got divorced, I lost everything. All my money, all my furniture, everything. And basically we just travel. I just don't like staying in the same place for a real long time. So I tend to hitchhike or hop trains, do whatever, to go different places. That's pretty much our only form of entertainment is traveling. But it's not a bad life. I meet lots of different people. I get to see lots of different things. Do different stuff all the time. And what I noticed in the past 5-6 years, what I noticed is that there's more travelers now than there used to be. Even 5 years ago, there's more people. More people hopping trains, more people hitchhiking. And I don't know how America's gonna come back because,
Have you hopped trains before
yeah,
and traveled all across?
yeah, I've been coast to coast 5 times.
Wow.
Coast to coast.
All right. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Tear it from the stem. Now breathe upon the petals fine.
They call me Tennessee. I'm from Memphis. I'm from a little everywhere, really. Delta I call home. Memphis I call home. Now I live under a bridge. Got me a nice little tent. I guess altogether I do all right. Met a lot of people out here. Some good, some ain't. Well, I'm gonna watch my language. But some, but there's a lot of good people out here. We have a pretty good time considering the shape we in, the condition. And I become homeless because all my family died and I lost everything, and I just found no reason to really try anymore. I had nothing to work for. And then I did go to work and thought I was getting ahead, and then I got down sick. Been that way for the last 4 or 5 years. Now I ain't able to work. I wish to God I could. Ain't nothing better than bringing home a paycheck every week.
Come on here. This is my cat here.
And yeah, he's got him an old cat. Ain't no good. This cat.
Calico.
We met people like Chuck and Jeff and them. They help us a lot. There's some good people out here. They're getting few in between, but there is still some good people out here of all different races and different religions. I have met some good people on my travels. I got to say I've seen a whole lot of this country. I ain't been across the water but one time, and that was when I didn't want to go. But other than that, I guess I've learned how to adapt. So I done been out here so long now, it don't really bother me much anymore. I guess I just done gave up a reason for trying. Sometimes I miss my family. I miss some of my folks back home, especially my fishing buddy. Oh, his name was old Glenn Vessel. He was my best buddy up there. He's dead now. But if they got fishing in heaven, I guess he's up there fishing this weekend. And I really don't know what else to say. It's just one of these things, you got to live it to really know it. And I see people coming in talking about they're homeless and they ain't been homeless for 3-4 months. But you ain't homeless. You got to be out here some years if you want to experience of being homeless. I'm ashamed to say it, but I really don't like to consider myself homeless because I got a good tent, dry place to lay down at night. I got a good sleeping bag. I call it home. So I really don't consider myself homeless. I make myself at home wherever I go. And that's about all I can really think of to say, except it's an experience you won't forget out here. I've seen a lot of bad, saw how mean one person can be to another, and I don't understand it. Us old men, we'll sit around and we'll drink us a few beers when we can and Just sit around all day long, just telling lies. That's about all I can think of to say right now.
All right. Well, thank you.
My name is Jeff Rainey. I'm from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Came down here looking for a job, truck driving job. Couldn't find anything. Then I wound up with COPD and emphysema. Now nobody will hire me. So I'm stuck. I don't want to call my family. That's enough.
All right.
I'm stuck.
Okay.
Chet got camera shy. He seen the camera and she took off.
Yeah.
My name is Kendall Davis. I'm homeless. I live in my van with my dog.
How old are you, man?
I'm about 37 years old.
37. And how long have you been living in your van?
About 2.5 years. I lived in the van for about almost a year. I've been homeless for about 3.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what did you do with your life? Were you a carpenter or
No.
before?
I've done odd jobs.
Yeah.
Worked offshore.
Oh.
I basically work on vehicles.
Oh, okay. So you've done a little mechanic work, light mechanic work?
Yes.
Okay.
I worked at a couple of mechanic shops, dealerships.
Yeah. Do you have any kids, children?
One son, he's 14
14.
this month,
And where does he live?
with my mother.
Do you ever get a chance to see him?
No, she won't allow me at the time.
Wow. Okay. So you have a puppy? Where's your puppy at?
Yeah, she's right here.
Oh, yeah.
Her name's Roxy. She's about 8 weeks old.
All right. 8 weeks old.
Yup. Had her since she was 5 weeks at the first of the month.
So do you you have a phone? How do you communicate?
I have a cell phone.
You have a cell phone? And so do you have any way of income right now? Or
I get disability.
do you, disability. Mental disability?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
Have I found nothing that compares? Right now.
Bylaws of the Constitution are being abolished that people don't even realize they are. It's a lot in our government. Or not, I shouldn't say government, because my dad always said it wasn't our government, it's the people in our government that's ruined it.
Right.
And so, a lot of stuff like that, accidents, divorces, stuff like that.
Just bad breaks and circumstances.
Yeah.
So do you see a way out?
Oh, I get a little disability from the VA, but on that you can't rent a place to live in and have a vehicle or get any place around. You're just stuck. You'd be a fixture on in a room.
Were you in Vietnam? Are you too young to be in Vietnam?
No, I'm not too young to be in Vietnam. When our unit was supposed to go out, they did away with it.
Okay.
We were gearing up to go, and they said, "Oh, no more troops going," so I didn't have to go. I was lucky.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So how old are you, man, if you don't mind?
60.
60. You look good for 60, man.
Yeah, I've worked hard all my life.
All right. What have you done? I mean,
I'm a carpenter.
You're a carpenter. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for talking to me, man. I appreciate it, really.
Social Security has denied me again and again and again, and I've got disabilities. I've had cancer cut out of my back twice, once on my chest. I've got a bad leg, I got run over, I got 27 pins, 2 rods, artificial hip. And it's just rough when you can't go somewhere to get help, and you paid in all your life to Social Security, and they make it so rough for you, when you do apply for it. And it's a rough life out here, and just thank God there are good people that do come around and do help. And it's just so hard to get around. And the transit system is hard, and it's just a rough way to go out here. And like I say, I don't want to hand out. I want to hand up. Just help me out. If you can help other people out, it needs it more than I do. There's a little girl out here in the woods, 5 months pregnant, homeless, and she can't get no help. And it's really hard for us out here. And it's just things like this that will help us, and I hope it does help people, you know. If not me, some other person. And I just thank God that there are people that do help. And that's about all I got to say. It's hard.
I'm retired. I do collect a Social Security check, but it doesn't go far enough to do anything. I choose not to at this particular time. I spent 15 years in the Marine Corps. I was wounded in Vietnam. Went to college at the University of Connecticut when I was 32 years old. Got my bachelor's degree. And transferred to the University of Alabama and got my master's degree in 1978. I went to work for the government. And when my wife was killed, I became very despondent, disoriented. Ever since then, I've just kind of wandered around, especially after we lost our house that she had never got to see, that we bought that property 25 years ago. And we were looking forward to retiring here. It just didn't happen. And that's about the story. I've taught some GED classes in Savannah for a place called Union Mission in Savannah. I stayed there about 2 years. And, I couldn't hang around. I didn't find it very comfortable being around when my wife was killed, so I came back in this direction. And kind of been out here ever since. Doing nothing. I haven't caused anybody any problems or anything, but this is what I choose to do.
One of these days I do a Bob Dylan thing, and so I can play both guitar in this. But if I try it now, I spit the harmonica out. But hey, thank you, man. That's good enough. Yeah. Ezra Snow out of Chicago, born in Mobile, and I'm cosmopolitan, you know, of the world.